most recent homicide we had, which was early Sunday morning at about 1:50 a.m. At the 10,205 block of North Lamar. It was a bar called, and pardon my pronunciation of this, La Preferida Bar on North Lamar. Came out as a shots fired call. 3 individuals were shot. APD, EMS, fire arrived on scene. One person, Julio Cesar Gamez Contreras, was pronounced deceased at the scene, and 2 other individuals were transported to Del Seaton with gunshot wounds to their legs. Both of them are doing fine. One of them was released yesterday, and the other one will be released today. Based on what we have thus far, we know that some type of a verbal altercation happened within the bar between this group of individuals and another group of individuals. We don't know what the argument started over, whether it was a female that was at the bar that was spending time with both tables, or if it just had to do with alcohol. Anyway, a verbal argument ensued, which turned into a physical argument, which turned into chairs and tables being thrown, which turned into everybody being kicked out of the bar by the security guard. The fight continued into the parking lot area. The security guard came back out, pepper sprayed everybody, and the fight somewhat diffused from there. Everybody was going back to their vehicles, and we thought that that was going to be the end of it. But when this group of individuals was trying to get into their truck, another vehicle came and blocked their truck in. Passenger got out, retrieved a gun, and began shooting. We are providing some video for you that we retrieved from the scene of a white, it looks like either probably a Chevy Avalanche or a Ford Escalade type truck. They both look very similar. It's a white truck. We've got some video for you of that truck leaving the scene, and then we also have another truck that was involved that appears to be a gray Chevy Silverado that left right after the white Avalanche or Escalade left the scene. Right now we're hoping to get some tips on this. The people that were there gave fairly decent descriptions of the vehicles that they saw. Along with the video, we think that that's probably going to be a good, accurate description of the shooter's vehicle. So we're hoping that if anybody was at that bar, knew what the actual argument was about, or knows anything about these individuals in this particular vehicle, we encourage you to please call the homicide tip line or call the Crime Stoppers tip line. We would definitely like to solve this case and talk to anybody that was at that bar.
So the 3 people that were shot, they were all together? Like they were on the same side, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so whenever they were leaving, they were all trying to get into a vehicle, and then whoever was fighting them came up in a truck?
Yes.
So that's what we think. Okay. And do we know how many people they were fighting with?
From my understanding, the group that was there, some other folks came to meet them. It was these original 3 people that were the shooting victims. Their friends came, and there was at least 3 of those, and it was probably 8 other individuals at the other table that they got into a fight with.
How many shooters? Was one shooter involved in this, and the rest were kind of in the car blocking them?
Yes, from the information we have, there's only going to be one single shooter.
And do you think the shooter is a man or a woman?
We know he's a man. The best description we have right now is a Hispanic male, probably 5'10", stocky build, wearing blue jeans, a white shirt with some silver design on it, and has a goatee, possibly a mustache.
And then were you guys able to talk to the victims in the hospital to get the conclusion that maybe this was about a woman or about alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they didn't totally know why the fight started?
No.
Okay.
We've had a number of shootings recently that started as altercations inside a bar or around the bar or whatever. What responsibility do some of these local businesses have as far as making sure that stuff like this doesn't escalate? It sounds like the security team here they kicked them out and everything, but what responsibility do businesses have in this?
Well, we have been in contact with TABC, obviously. It is a bar's responsibility not to overserve people who are already intoxicated. You need to check IDs to make sure that people that are in the bar are old enough to be there to drink. And I guess, if people start becoming unruly, I mean, you can call the police and make sure that this kind of thing doesn't spill out into the parking lot and then become a shooting, which becomes a murder. That would be my cautionary tale to all the bars that allow this kind of behavior to happen, or have these kind of patrons, that get into physical altercations.
And did the two groups know each other, or were they strangers?
From what we know right now, they were strangers.
Just to clarify, the person with the gun exited the vehicle that was blocking the other?
Correct. Yes.
With a lot of these shootings and violence lately, we've talked about how a lot of it's usually two groups of individuals or a domestic situation. Can you kind of talk about how people at home shouldn't necessarily be worried that they're going to be targeted or anything? Because it seems like a lot of these are isolated incidents almost.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime that you go out and you have alcohol and ego involved, these things happen. I mean, they happen on 6th Street all the time. Obviously, traveling in groups is safer, but, you get into an altercation with somebody at a bar, I mean, you got to be the bigger person and try to walk away. I don't necessarily, blame the bar for that. I think it's just, like I said, it's ego and alcohol, and that's what happens. So I don't, think that anybody that's in a family should be worried about that. It happened at a bar.
What about folks who are at bars? If you do start seeing maybe some sort of tension build up or some sort of fight, I mean, what tips do you recommend people who are, at these bars and they may sense something might, pop off or anything like that?
I mean, I would definitely, notify the waitstaff or notify the manager. Walk away from these type of situations, because you have no idea if these people have guns on them, some type of a weapon, what their intentions are. I would just walk away from that situation and let the authorities know, either the security guard or the staff.
Last question.
How many people are you actively searching for regarding this incident?
Right now, I mean, we suspect there was multiple people in this white truck. So we know at least the driver and the actual shooter himself. So if there are any other witnesses that were in the truck or in the bar that know these individuals, we would definitely like to hear from you.
And could you spell your first and last name?
Yes, it's Tracy, Tracy, Garish, Gerrish.
And your rank?
I'm a sergeant with the homicide unit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.